Hey, what's going on guys? It's Mercury, and today we're bringing you more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet ranked VGC battles for Regulation C. I'm super excited because in today's video we're going to be using Goodra. Now Goodra, with its solo dragon typing, really not the best right now in the current meta. There's a lot of ice type moves and a lot of dragon type moves and fairy types as well, running rampant, so it's pretty hard to use right now, but I feel like the set that we have might actually work, so let's see if we can actually make it work. If you're new to the channel, then welcome. Please consider subscribing and I'll keep the content coming for you guys. Super exciting videos coming out all the time. And yeah, I usually just do a team analysis before we get into any battles. If you want to just skip all that, check out this timestamp right here and you'll just skip straight to the battles. So that being said, let's get into this team analysis and show you what it's all about. So let's talk about Goodra first. Now, why would you want to use this Pokemon? Like I was saying before, solo dragon typing is pretty bad defensively. I mean, you're weak to dragon type moves, you're weak to ice and fairy, which are all fairly common right now. But one thing that Goodra does have going for it is excellent base stats. I think it's around 600 for its base stat total, so it is definitely a pseudo-legendary. But with the EV spread that I have here, you don't have to invest as much in your special defense, which is already very, very high, just naturally. And then Assault Vest makes it even higher, which is really, really nice. Now, with its move spread, I've opted to go for just coverage moves. You have Tera Fire, which is nice because you do have Flamethrower on this set to take advantage of the Tera Fire, put out a lot of damage and deal with things like Amoonguss and Scizor better. And then Muddy Water is great into the common fire types like Chi-Yu and Arcanine. And then you have Thunderbolt for things like Gyarados and the common flying types. And Draco Meteor is great because it's very, very strong, and you could always just switch out to reset the stat drops. Then the rest of the team is basically just centered around Goodra because I feel like Goodra is not the most splashable Pokemon. You do have to kind of build a team around it, so you can't just throw it onto every team. But what I have on this team is a defensive Volcarona set. Now Volcarona, one of my favorite Pokemon, it's super, super defensive. Its physical defense, like Goodra, is not the best, so I guess you could opt to go for like Will-O-Wisp instead of Tailwind on this set, but I like Tailwind because the rest of the team is really, really not the fastest in terms of their base stats, so Tailwind is there to support that. Then you have Gyarados, which is really nice when paired with Goodra and Volcarona because Intimidate drops the opponent's physical attack, and the rest of your team doesn't have the greatest physical defense, so it's great for support there. You have Annihilape, which everyone knows what Annihilape does. Annihilape basically tries to set up bulk ups and just deal a lot of physical damage. Tera Fire to do better into the Flutter Mane matchup and just fairy type moves in general. And then you have Scizor, which is another form of speed control with Tailwind. And actually Gyarados also has speed control, I guess, with the Thunder Wave. But then you finally have Amoonguss, which is just a standard defensive set. I didn't go for Clear Smog, so you are a little bit more susceptible into the Dondozo matchup. But I feel like Protect is overall just way, way better on Amoonguss. So yeah, that's pretty much the team. But overall, I think it works pretty well together. You do have to kind of pick and choose when to use Goodra because it's not the best into every scenario. But I do have a question of the day. What is your opinion on Goodra? I really like it. I think it's a very, very versatile Pokemon. It gets access to a lot of different moves, like the ones that I don't have on the set. Like for example, it gets access to Bulldoze, it gets access to Ice Beam, Sludge Bomb even to hit Flutter Mane harder. It's a really cool Pokemon, and I hope to see more people using it as they figure out how it works in the current meta. But yeah, that being said, I hope you guys will enjoy the video, and let's get started. So we got an opponent, and they're using the Pelipper Dondozo Rain team with Dreadnought. This is going to be super scary. What's my counter to this? Okay. Is Annihilape going to be helpful here? I don't think so. And we are going against Dondozo, and we don't have Clear Smog with Amoonguss, right? I think we just have Protect. Yeah, Protect. Depends, though. I don't know if it's Flying Tera on this team or not. We're just going to have to do our best to deal with it. So Volcarona doesn't feel like a good bring here because I know the Dreadnought would be Grass Tera with like Tera Blast, and I'm pretty sure he's also Choice Band as well. Let's just bring Goodra in the front. What Scizor is this? U-turn. Goodra plus Amoonguss seems like an okay lead, and then in the back I think we should go probably Gyarados for the Intimidate support, and then Volcarona doesn't feel like a good bring here either. I don't know, his team is super strong. I've seen this team on ladder, I've seen people use it in videos as well. Yeah, let's try and go for this. Looks like the opponent's thinking about what he's going to bring as well. I think his team definitely has a strong matchup in the mind. because of like he's got flying type moves, he's got water type moves. Goodra is going to be helpful here, although Qian Pao definitely scares me. Let's see. Nice part is I'm going to be Terra Fire, but then I also have Muddy Water for the boost with the rain. But let's see what he brings. Dondozo Tatsugiri straight off the bat. Okay. So fair enough. We are going to protect the Moongus. That's weird. You don't usually see Dondozo Tatsugiri as a lead right off the bat. Typically you see like Tatsugiri in the back, maybe they lead Dondozo while it like goes for protect or something. But yeah. Hopefully he's just going to attack into my Amoonguss, and then we're going to protect, see if he goes for any kind of Terra, like Flying Terra perhaps. Maybe he didn't even bring Rain Mode, although I think he did. We're going to protect the Amoonguss here. Next turn I'm thinking we might be able to switch into Gyarados. It's funny that it's zooming in on Tatsugiri right now, who's nowhere to be seen. But yeah, I'm thinking next turn we're going to bring in the Gyarados for the Intimidate and drop its stats. Because I don't think he targets Goodra right off the bat here. Maybe if he's Terra Grass, that might be better. But my Thunderbolt definitely will cover for no Terra and Flying Terra here. But no Terra it is, it looks like. So just Surf, that's fine. Obviously Tatsugiri avoids the attack. Curious what Terra he is though. If he's Grass Terra, that's perfectly fine with me. But he's just Life Orb. Now I wish we were Clear Smog though. I actually swapped out the Clear Smog Amoonguss on this team to the Amoonguss with my Amoonguss set that has Protect, because I was like, it's just going to be better. We're going to Spore him here though, and then I'm hoping we might be able to get a Pollen Puff off next turn into our Goodra, which it looks like we will, because we're not really taking like anything. I mean, it's doing respectable damage, but it's not hitting that hard. And yeah. We are going to Spore him here. So given that, I think we can actually just go for Thunderbolt again. Or wait. Do we need to Pollen Puff Goodra though? I don't think so. Yeah, let's go for Thunderbolt regardless and try and get a Spore off into Tatsugiri. Looks like he went for Protect there because he outsped our Goodra, but pretty fast-paced match. I was really, really scared about the Dondozo, but he does have Sleep Talk on this set. Oh, and he got Protect. Very nice from the opponent. Huh. If I had known he would have gotten Protect, I would have gone for Pollen Puff on my own Goodra. But not going to happen there. I think he's just going to try and wake up this turn. So it's one turn of sleep, so we're going to go for Thunderbolt, and then Spore onto Tatsugiri. Same play as last turn. He probably just clicked Sleep Talk here, right? Does stay asleep. And he did click Sleep Talk. Did he get Protect again? He did. It's funny. But Protect still works the same way whether you're asleep or you're awake. So we are going to get the Thunderbolt here, and then the Dondozo will fall. Tatsugiri will hop out of its mouth, and then Amoonguss will put it to sleep. Perfect. So now let's see. Depending on what he brings, I know he had Qian Pao and Pelipper, all that kind of stuff. Depending on what he wants to bring, I'm actually going to think about Terra-ing my... or going for Terra with my Goodra. Okay, wait, what if we go for... what if we just straight up went for Draco Meteor? We have a variety of plays we can make here, though. Our other Pokemon, they can deal with Dragonite fairly well, so I'm thinking Tatsugiri is the play that we want to... or the Pokemon that we want to attack into here. Yeah, so we're going to Terra Fire Goodra, we're going to go for Draco Meteor, and then we're going to Spore the Dragonite. Because this covers, like, if he has Lumberry, that's fine. If he has a Dragon-type move, then that would That would obviously not be... I mean, it would be fine, because I don't think it would KO my Goodra unless he's Choice Band. We'll see, though. I don't exactly know the damage rolls. I do have a decent amount of defense investment, though. But he will Tera. And this is Tera into what? Tera into Dragonite, yeah. I wouldn't Tera Sleeping Tatsugiri. He is Tera normal, okay. Maybe we could have Rage Powdered, too. I'm just hoping he's not Safety Goggles. E-Speed gonna come out into Goodra, yep. And it doesn't get the KO, nice. Very, very nice, okay. Maybe it's Clear Amulet, but we don't miss the Draco Meteor. Tatsugiri gets knocked out. Okay, good. So if we Spore Dragonite, that's perfect. I think we swap Goodra this turn. Oh, he's Lumberry, okay. Makes things trickier for sure. What's his last Pokemon? Pelipper? Okay, Pelipper. Fine. I think we go into Gyarados to reduce the damages here, and then we go for Protect. It's fairly safe of a play, I would say. He might also protect Dragonite, but yeah, Lumberry, if I had known it was Lumberry on the specific set, I wouldn't have gone for Spore. I wouldn't even bother attacking the Dragonite anymore. We're going to try and conserve the Goodra. Maybe it might still be helpful in the endgame. Oh, he's Inner Focus, okay. So he's not multi-skill. Okay. That's actually good to know. Doesn't mean we can't paralyze him, though. But he does Ice Spinner, okay, good. Did he double attack into Amoonguss? Please? Nice, he did! Sweet. I think Amoonguss has kind of done its job, though. So let's see, if we go for T-Wave here, and then we could Rage Powder, because I don't really want him attacking my Gyarados. I think Amoonguss has done its job. So we're going to Rage Powder. I'm okay if Amoonguss goes down this turn, I just want to get the Dragonite paralyzed. Although E-Speed is still a really, really strong move. That would still attack my Goodra and probably take it out. But we do get the Thunder Wave off. Perfect. It helps us play around it. When Hurricane comes out. Gonna KO the Amoonguss. Okay, fair enough. Interesting that Dragonite was slower than Gyarados. So he's, I guess he's just bulky, but he is paralyzed. Okay. So we're going to bring in Goodra here. Goodra might just get KO'd by E-Speed, but we're going to try and Waterfall. And then T-Bolt into Pelipper. He's going to go for E-Speed and then probably like a Hurricane. Oh, he gets full Para. That's not good. That's super unfortunate. I would have liked to see how it played out without that, because this just means we win the game. That Thunder Wave was so clutch, though. Super, super clutch. And now Waterfall should do like a huge amount of damage, because he's not multi-scale. And yeah, that actually just wins us the game, so pretty unfortunate. But that's the risk you take sometimes. We're just going to go for Draco Meteor. Yeah. Pretty unfortunate on the opponent's part, but hey, we made Goodra work. I'm super happy because I love this Pokemon. It's so cool. Its Shiny's really good too. But yeah, that Thunder Wave, wow, the luck was real with that one. In one of the previous games, I don't remember which one, I got double critted. Double critical hit on the first turn. So maybe this is just payback. Having some good luck for a change, but that's really funny. Super unfortunate for the opponent, but still really, really funny. And now we're going against what kind of looks like... Actually, I don't even know what kind of archetype this is. But he's got two fire types in Talonflame Chi-Yu. He's got Flutter Mane, which is to be expected. It's on like every team. Scizor as well, which I like. Garchomp, and then Sableye. So we have to be aware of Sableye potentially having Wisp. Although they also run Fake Out, Quash. They can also get like Encore Disable. Let's see. I don't feel like a Moongus is good here. I think we should go Volcarona, because it's good into like his entire team except for Talonflame. Do we want Annihilape? Maybe. Actually, Goodra is pretty good into this one as well. Yeah, and then we're going to bring this in the back, and I was thinking of bringing Scizor because it threatens most of his team, but I would really have to commit a Tera onto it, so I don't think I should bring it. Yeah, let's bring Annihilape instead. See if this combination will work. I could potentially swap out Goodra turn 1, but let's see. We might have to commit our Tera onto it like right away, which would be less than ideal, but maybe he won't bring Flutter Mane. I'm really hoping he doesn't. Flutter Mane is like the bane of my existence. I feel like it's the bane of everyone's existence right now. It's such a strong Pokemon. Super, super versatile. You can put onto many teams, but he's not going to bring it right at the beginning. Although this lead is not good for me. Garchomp could also have Rock Slide, which would suck. How useful is our own Tailwind? I wish I had Will-O-Wisp on the Volcarona, but I don't. We're gonna have to Tailwind and then probably just swap into Gyarados. Lower the attack of both Pokemon, so Volcarona probably wouldn't faint from like a Brave Bird. And then maybe he's not Clear Amulet on Garchomp. Although he probably is. That's a good item to run on Garchomp for sure. So Intimidate drops Talonflame's attack, which is perfect, and then he is Clear Amulet. Okay. Does he Tera? He does not. Straight up goes for Brave Bird. But it's into Gyarados, which I'm fine with. And now he has actually lost his what's it called? Oh, he got a crit! He has lost his Gale Wings, but that crit was really, really bad. Man. Annoying. Annoying. Very, very annoying. I feel like we've had really, really bad luck, especially with critical hits lately, but it's part of the game. Now I think Talonflame might go for Tailwind next turn. They don't usually run Protect, right? The only thing is our Volcarona's not really doing much here. I wish I had Protect right now, but I don't. We're going to go for Struggle Bug because it's neutral damage, and then we're going to go for Waterfall into Talonflame. This covers for a potential switch, but he didn't switch. So yeah. I thought he was going to switch. But yeah, we're going to take out Talonflame there, perfect. He's Rocky Helmet, interesting, you don't see that often. Maybe he went for Rock Slide here then. He did, and he gets the KO on Volcarona. So not good, but what can you do there? Garchomp, or sorry, not Garchomp, Gyarados is going to use its Wiki Berry, which is nice. So we're going to heal up almost to like, actually that's about 40%, I was going to say almost half. It's not quite there yet though. I think Annihilape would be good here. So Annihilape's going to come out, we might have to commit our Tera here. Flutter Mane, I don't like that. It's not the worst, though. Just gotta think here. Can we deal with Garchomp right now? What if we went for Protect? We went for Protect and then maybe just like maybe a Thunder Wave on the Flutter Mane? That would be perfect, but yeah, let's go for a Thunder Wave because he might even just go for like a Substitute or something. But as we're faster right now, this would be helpful. He did Protect, okay. You know what? Good play by the opponent. Good play. We do T-Wave Flutter Mane, but he's obviously protecting. So yeah, this was not a good turn for us, unless he misses Rock Slide. I don't think he will, though, but this puts us down to our last two Pokemon, sadly. He didn't, and then... Oh, but Gyarados survives, so very nice. We're still in a tricky spot, though. Unless... What item is he? Maybe Choice Specs. We could just double the Flutter Mane. I don't see a problem with that. He can't protect. And he swaps. Okay. Good on the opponent, though, for recognizing that the Flutter Mane is going to be really important to protect, or to conserve for the endgame. Let's see. Rage Fist, not going to do much in Chi-Yu at all, since we don't have any stacks. Yeah, it only did like 10%. But then Waterfall should do a good amount. It just takes out Chi-Yu. Perfect. And now, maybe he misses Rock Slide. Nope, he doesn't. Straight up does not. This Garchomp's a bigger problem than I thought. I wish we had a chance to actually set up a bulk up, but I didn't really see a good opportunity in this game. And our Tailwind goes away, sadly. It was a really unfortunate first turn, though. The crit, actually, I would say it mattered onto Volcarona, but then again, he had Rock Slide, so maybe it didn't matter. Does Garchomp protect, though? That's my question. I think it's fine if we protect Annihilape here and then just go for a Draco onto Garchomp. What do you think? We have to pick a Tera here, sadly. Or we could save it for next turn. Yeah, if we save our Tera for next turn, I hope to not get KO'd. He protects Flutter Mane. This is actually ideal. I was not looking to attack Flutter Mane right now. Draco Meteor should actually KO the Garchomp. So let's see. I just don't want to take much damage, you know? He did just go for Earthquake. Huh. This could actually work out fine, you know? The only thing is he's faster, so if he actually gets the... Oh, it did so much damage. I was gonna say if he doesn't get KO'd by Draco, which he does, then we're in a bad spot. But now we can actually just commit our Tera onto either Pokemon. I think we have this one in the bag, though. Yeah, we should commit it onto Annihilape here, because, like, we're Tera Fire. We go for Rage Fist, it would KO regardless. And then we just go for any move, really. What's the strongest one? They're all the same strength, but I think... I think I'm just going to go for Thunderbolt. So yeah, he's going to Tera Fairy. This is perfect, though, because now we can Tera Fire our Annihilape, so we're not going to be taking as much damage. Yeah. This is ideal. We should just be picking up the one-hit KO. I remember a time when Flutter Manes would actually run Tera Normal as well, to get around Annihilape, but then you're also susceptible to Drain Punch, so it doesn't fully get around Annihilape, but I think that's definitely gone down in usage. Most of them are just Tera Fairy, as you see here, and I've also seen Tera Water. I have a Tera Water Flutter Mane, but yeah, we're gonna we're gonna Tera Fire here, as Gleam probably won't pick up a KO onto Goodra. Yeah, look at that! Oh man, Goodra is so bulky. And Rage Fist will just get the one-hit KO. He could be Focus Sash, but we're going to, yeah, he is Focus Sash. Yeah, so if you're not Choice Specs on Flutter Mane, you're probably not going to be picking up a KO onto Goodra even with Fairy Tera, because this thing's special defense is like through the roof. With Assault Vest, it's even higher. So, it's not a weak Pokemon, it's just, it's got a bad typing. Because in a meta that's like dominated by Flutter Mane right now, Dragon types... not doing the best. That's why you usually see Dragonites and Baxcaliburs often like use their defensive Tera right off the bat when they're facing down a Flutter Mane, but yeah, in this scenario, I definitely think saving our Tera till the end was super important, because it wouldn't have really been all that helpful onto like Volcarona or anything, but yeah, luckily we were able to get around that very, very scary team. What a match overall. Crazy, crazy games. And my opponent played really well. I do really like... It was something super, super unique that he used, a team that I hadn't seen before, so yeah, props to the opponent for actually using something really unique there. But yeah, overall, great match, and let's move on. Alright, Jojo, what do you have for me? You have Mouse Annihilape, you have Tyranitar, Lycanroc, Flutter Mane, Tinglu, so... I feel like his team is like 3 pairs of 2 that are really strong, the ones I mentioned. So you've got like elements of a balanced team, you've got a sand team, and then you've got Mouse Annihilape, which is always strong. Given that though, I think the threat is very real for Mouse Annihilape to go first. But if that's the case, I want to lead Volcarona. Volcarona Scizor seems like a good lead here. Actually, no. Sorry. We're not going to lead Volcarona. I'm thinking we lead these two. Because what this does is I could Rage... Or, sorry, not Rage Fist. I could Rage Powder, and then if he goes for Beat Up, it would just attack into a Moongus, so we're going to do that. We're going to send in Scizor. And then who do we want in the back? We just want probably Goodra. Or do we? How useful is Flutter Mane here? Or not Flutter Mane, Volcarona. Not the best. I'm not bringing Volcarona into this one. Annihilape's always good, but I'd have to commit a Tera onto it, probably. Let's do it anyway, I think. Yeah, I think this should be an okay draft, because I'm thinking he's not going to bring, or he probably won't bring, Mouse Annihilape and Tyranitar Lycanroc. He might just bring one of the two, plus some of his other Pokemon to support. It just depends, though. We'll see what his lead is, and I'm hoping it's not just Tyranitar Lycanroc, but it is. Okay, so fair enough. Moongus Scizor. This is kind of not a great lead, but yeah. We could protect the Moongus here and then just try and get a Bullet Punch off into Lycanroc. Or we could double protect as well. Now let's get a Bullet Punch. Let's try and break a Sash on Lycanroc. He could also protect though, and then... I don't think Tyranitar would go Fire Tera. You like never see that. If he did though, he totally got me. Oh no, he's using a Tera. Don't tell me it's Fire Tera, please. Oh, please don't be Fire Tera. Okay, Flying Tera. Ooh, okay. So now we know he's probably just going for Tera Blast into the Amoonguss, which is protecting. Totally okay. Okay, let's try and keep a cool head in this one. So we're going to Bullet Punch the Lycanroc, and it's going to take it down the Sash, obviously. I don't think he went straight up for an Endeavor. If he did, then wow, great play, but no. Ooh, he went for Howl. Good play. Tera Blast, okay. Fair enough. Okay, so an interesting turn 1. Tyranitar will take a little bit of Sandstorm Chip, as will Amoonguss. Now I'm thinking we go... No, we don't go straight into Annihilate. Oh, I'm really scared because of what he can do here. Although I think we're going to have to put Tyranitar to sleep and then try and just Bullet Punch for pressure onto Lycanroc here. Still going to do a lot of damage. We're going to have to Tera the Amoonguss just to make sure it doesn't go down this turn. So we're going to Tera Water, removing our weakness to the Flying, and then he's probably just going to go for another Tera Blast. He might protect Lycanroc as well, in which case I'm going to have to probably just stay Bullet Punching. But let's see. He did protect. Okay, so good play by the opponent. Doesn't really get him too far though, because Amoonguss should survive. I'm hoping. We're going to take a lot of damage regardless, but I'm hoping we survive. Maybe Terra Blasted the Scizor though. He did not. He went straight into Amoonguss. Yeah, we take that like really well. We put him to sleep. And I have to... I really have to go for a Bullet Punch on the Lycanroc, because I can't risk an Endeavor. That being said, though, we are going to switch into our Annihilape here. Actually, yeah, let's swap into Annihilape, and then stay with the Bullet Punch on the Lycanroc. Just for pressure, but he's going to switch. That's the smart play. I had to do it, though, because if he had gotten Endeavor off, then either of our Pokemon would have been at 1 HP. Vessel of Ruin, fine, going to weaken our special attack. Wonder if he safety goggles, but I don't think we're going to be trying to put the... what's his name? Tinglu. Forgot his name for a second. I don't think we're going to be trying to put him to sleep right now. So Tyranitar takes his mandatory 1 turn of sleep. Okay. And Goodra's going to take some damage along with his Tyranitar. Okay, so this turn I'm thinking we actually just go for a Thunderbolt. Just for super effective damage. And then a Bullet Punch for extra damage on the Tyranitar. He should be Assault Vest. So then Tinglu's probably Safety Goggles if I had to guess. That did okay damage, but he's definitely still a big threat. Hopefully he stays asleep. No, he woke up. Ooh, this is bad. Oh yeah, Goodra gonna go down to an Ice Punch. Fair enough, though. Fair enough. Does he go for Fissure, though? Nope, just Stomping Tantrum. Okay, fair enough. So it's nice that we're chipping him down. But I think actually this is the perfect opportunity to bring in Annihilape and go for a Bulk Up. He could also go for Ruination, although I'm thinking that's kind of unlikely. So we're going to Bulk Up here, and then we're going to Bullet Punch the Scizor. It's just the obvious play to make here. He might even swap Tyranitar into like Lycanroc just to use it as a hit taker or fodder, but I want to get rid of this Tyranitar. Interesting though, not all Lycanrocs run Howl. Sometimes you run like Close Combat, Rock Slide, Protect, and Endeavor. But I guess you could get rid of Close Combat and just put in Howl. I personally like Close Combat. I even had Drill Run on my Lycanroc for a while because it's really good for coverage. Although, yeah, looking back on my Lycanroc usage in the past, I think that it's better to have coverage or Howl. But yeah, Bullet Punch does pick up the Tyranitar there, so super nice. We got that big threat out of the way, and then we're going to get a Bulk Up off here, and hopefully not get hit by a Fissure. That would be terrible. And yeah, both of us have already used our Tera, which is fine. No, he just went for Payback, which is fine. Still does a lot of damage, though. Sandstorm does go away. And at least we know he can't, like, use a defensive Tera with his Tinglu. Ideally he brings in Flutter Mane, though. Let's see. It is Flutter Mane. I think this is an obvious bait. But let's just go for Double Protect. I don't think it's too risky in this scenario. A Double Protect. Because he's probably gonna go for Protect on Flutter Mane and then go for like a Stomping Tantrum or something with Tinglu. He's really taking his time to think, but Double Protect here is like perfect because yeah, he's just trying to get a KO on my Scizor. So this way we pressure Flutter Mane, protect the Annihilape. Yep. Perfect. And he does go for Payback. Payback's an interesting move to have on Tinglu. Okay. So now we probably want to Drain Punch. I don't think Tinglu has any status moves because he's just been going for attacking moves this whole time.
What do we want to do with Scizor? I think he might even switch into his... I think he switches here. No, I think we have to Bullet Punch regardless. Maybe he'll kind of just leave the Flutter Mane there. Yeah, he did switch. I was thinking to switch out Scizor. That would have been a really, really good read. But Lycanroc going to come in, and then it's just going to be down to his Flutter Mane in the end game. But yeah, Bullet Punch going to take care of that. And then hopefully we're just able to take out the Ting Lu right here. I'm not sure. Drain Punch gonna do really good damage, but not be enough to take him out. Yeah, Payback gonna be enough to take out Scizor. We should have swapped the Moongus there, but now we gotta think. So he's gonna bring in Flutter Mane, I bring in a Moongus. Now he does have Protect. Does he have Substitute, though? If he has Substitute, he could actually be winning this game if he went for it. I just don't know what set he has, and this is how close Team Sheet works, you know? So we know Ting Lu is going to be going for an attacking move. I think we're going to have to Rage Fist the Flutter, and then Rage Powder with a Moongus. He might Protect, which is fine. If that's the case, he doesn't get much damage, and then he just gives us, like, Rage Fist stacks, for example. This just covers for Substitute, which I'm really, really scared of from Flutter. He might Protect it, and then... Yeah, he did... Oh, he protected Ting Lu. Interesting. Okay. So this would be a... Maybe a Gleam? If it's a Gleam, I think we just auto-win, because Annihilape doesn't go down to one Dazzling Gleam, right? Thunderbolt. Oh! Wow, great play. Great play. He paralyzed our Amoonguss. He's a Life Orb. Rage Fist picks up the KO. So yeah, I guess we do just win this one. That was my whole thought process, though. It was playing around Substitute, because obviously if he had Substitute and he was able to set that up while we didn't attack him, he would just automatically win. But yeah, our opponent's gonna forfeit there, and we made that work, so sweet. You don't always have to, like, you know, make the best use of Goodra. It's on this team because I really love the Pokemon. I wanted to make a team centered around Goodra, and just see how well we could do with it. But yeah, it's a pretty good Pokemon. I mean, if you saw in that previous battle, it tanked a Dazzling Gleam from Tera Fairy Flutter Mane, which it wouldn't have survived the Moonblast at that range, but wow. It only did, like, I think like 45%, which is crazy. But yeah, Assault Vest is really nice on Goodra, so I hope you guys enjoyed that team, yeah. I love Goodra, and I don't know if I'll use it again, maybe if it becomes, like, really good in the future or something, but I highly doubt that's gonna happen. But regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed Goodra. Goodra's sick.